feel like I'm finally decent. I feel like I am prepared to make this video for you guys. Alright, so when I started my YouTube channel, bro, I had started with the intentions on like I was gonna do vlogs here and there, or I was just gonna do lifestyle, I was gonna do travel, I was gonna do this, and the third. But things happen, you know what I'm saying? When I posted that last video like months ago talking about, you know what I'm saying, I'm back, you know, technically I was back, but like I said, stuff happened, shit happened in between now and then. But make sure I'm not shiny, because last time I tried to film this video that I'm filming right now, when I was I didn't see, or I couldn't tell if I was like, put it this way, when I uploaded the footage to try to edit, I was sweaty as hell, like I was greasy. It didn't look right. So I'm trying to make sure, like, am I decent? I'm still, you know what I'm saying, like this channel is like, you know what I'm saying, like I will be throwing like stuff here and there once I start developing the confidence to just, you know what I'm saying, walk around with a camera or whatnot. Like the camera that I have that I intended to walk around with is this guy right here. Like I intended to take this to the gym with me, to take this to, you know what I'm saying, take this to all these different places, and I was gonna do X, Y, and Z. I was gonna film this, I was gonna film that, but and it's still gonna happen, but not like, it's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen. I just know that I am prepared. It's just a matter, it's just me fighting me, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm not that confident in walking around with the camera. So being in front of the camera is kind of, you know, it's definitely a step up. But it's like I want to make this video, touching on, you know what I'm saying, mental health, right? No, I'm not a mental health expert. I didn't go to school for this. I'm just another dude that's still struggling with it, but I'm learning to put it this way, I'm learning to understand me. That way it will help me to deal with mental anxieties and all this other stuff. And I just want to make this video because it's like, you know, hopefully like this video will help anybody that, you know, feel like giving up, you know, because don't get me wrong, like there are times that I still want to, like I still feel like, dang, like maybe this is too much, or dang, like maybe I bit on more than I could chew. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? So basically, so like I said, I'm not an expert on, you know, so I ain't go to school for this shit. Like I'm an art major. Like, I mean, not an art major because I finished school, but I majored in art, you know what I'm saying, studied film. I went to film school and all this other stuff. So boom, got that out the way. Not an expert. It's just what I've been learning. It's just what I've been learning as I've been on the journey of learning me, you know what I'm saying? So this is for the people, but this is also for like myself. You know what I'm saying? Before I was gonna quit, or before I was deciding to quit, I felt like I needed to slow down. Like I felt like I needed to have all the latest camera gear. Like I was looking at all these reviews on YouTube, and I just feel like I need to have all the latest camera gear. So I'll be working like crazy hours, you know what I'm saying, shooting hella weddings or shooting this or shooting that just to save up the money to buy this, just so I don't really use it like that. But I just felt like because of the videos that I was watching and all this other stuff, I felt like I needed it. So I felt like I was struggling with, not necessarily, I don't know if it's called like the fear of missing out, but I just felt like I needed in order to be taken serious as a business owner. So I was doing that, and then, you know, a lot of gray areas in my family situation, my living situation, and also my job. So you know what I'm saying, not to make this video long, I feel like the video is going to be long anyway, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm 6 minutes in, and I'm just now getting straight to the point. So, you know, I was struggling with all these different like avenues in my life that I felt like I needed to have this. I needed this to be under control. I need to be this. I need to be at an X amount of place in my life where I'm at right now, because I felt like when I was on like social media, and you know what I'm saying, social media is a gift and a curse. I felt like on social media, everyone that, you know what I'm saying, I encountered and went to school with, this and that, their journey, they went from here to here. And I felt like, damn, I felt like I think I should be in that same space. But it literally took this summer, a friend of mine, a real good sister of mine, she came up to me about going to Cuba. So I didn't know much about Cuba. I didn't really do much research. I mean, yeah, I looked at a few YouTube videos to understand the dynamic. I'm like, oh, this is Cuba. So she mentioned Cuba. We're gonna be there for 12 days. I bet, cool. 12 days is a lot. But I didn't find that out until we got there. And this was like my first for real, like yeah, I went to like other places outside of the country, but I only traveled outside of the country twice. I went to Canada and Mexico. So Cuba, I just felt like this was like a, you know what I'm saying, a grown man trip, like a big boy trip. So boom, I went to Cuba. But before I went to Cuba, that's when I found out that, oh yeah, I won't have no internet. I mean, yeah, they have internet out there, but you know what I'm saying, you gotta pay for it. So if you didn't set out money aside to pay for the internet, you just probably won't have the internet. But I won't have access to, I mean, I have access to it, but I'll have limited access to what's going on in the States. So boom, travel to Cuba. And one thing that I appreciate about the Cuba trip is it taught me to slow down. Pretty much the whole, like, so Cuba is like, I guess like its own, pretty much the best way to describe Cuba is like a few years behind. Like everything they do is a lot slower than how we do it in the States, right? For example, right? You go to a restaurant here, like you go to a restaurant in the States, boom, you know what I'm saying, you done, you wait for your receipt's back in like what, 5 minutes tops. My man, the waiter gotta go to the back, do whatever they gotta do, come back, the receipt's there, boom. Nah, not in Cuba, bro. I think the longest I've waited for a receipt, god damn. I think I waited for my receipt and it took them 55 minutes to bring my receipt back. It's like they had to type up the menu, but they got like this old school ass machine, and then the person that's typing up type with the one finger. And it's been a couple of times, like that first 3 days, bro, I was like, look nigga, I'll type it up myself, bro. Like, you feel me? Can we get up out of here? And they like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, just chill. Like, okay. So the first 3 days was a bit rough because it was hard to understand like the dynamic of how slow things move there. Eventually, you know what I'm saying, over the course of 12 days, you know what I'm saying, my whole mindset changed where it was like I didn't miss social media, and the slowing down everything just kind of just like changed my mind, changed how I was thinking, where it was like, of course I was separated from everything and everybody, and I was like, maybe this is a concept that I needed to help me focus on me. So when I got back from Cuba or whatnot, I had the mindset, as soon as I got back to the States, I'm like, boom, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it's hot. Went back to work, didn't do none of that. And then I got laid off like 3 days later. So pretty much the entire summer, I ain't had no job. And I was just basically living off the money that I made in the savings and stuff like that. And, you know what I'm saying, in credit card. So within that time that I was laid off, I mean, yeah, I was applying for jobs and yeah, I was shooting here and there, but I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, in a rush to hit back to work. You know what I'm saying? I just needed that time to figure out what I wanted to do. So I completely stopped watching all the YouTube channels and YouTube videos that I used to watch on gear and photography stuff and videography stuff, cinema stuff. I stopped watching all that. I started watching more like self-care videos, people doing this, people doing that, to, you know what I'm saying, like started listening to like words of affirmation, and I started hitting the gym more. So I started hitting the gym. So in the summer I started maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and then eventually it graduated to now I'm out here like 5-6 times a week. So you know what I'm saying, it's been like a 3 to 4 month process, and you know what I'm saying, the results have been great, you know. So within this whole summer, bro, it was like I've learned something. learn to slow down. It's okay to just stop for a second and just slow down. Not even like you stop for a second and start over. It's like you're not starting over from the beginning. It's something I've heard, and I think I've seen it on social media, where it's like when you start over, you're not starting over from the beginning. You're starting over from the experience. And when I brought the concept of slowing down and just stopping for a second back with me into from Cuba, it was like I learned to start telling people no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it, or I'm busy. And then I haven't been afraid to tell people like, nah, I'm not doing anything right now because I'm taking a mental break. And I've been in a great space, because it's like when you tell people like, oh yeah, I'm stopping this or I'm doing this for a mental break, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like, it's like you afraid to admit, especially for men, like you afraid to say that you're not fine, or you're going through, you know what I'm saying, mental anxieties or whatever, stress or depression or whatever. So it's like, it's kind of hard to just say that or just tell people that, because, you know what I'm saying, as a guy, you gotta be, you know, oh, I have no feelings, I'm never depressed, all I just do is this. So it's just like, it's not normal. I guess, I don't know. It doesn't feel normal for guys to be like, yeah, I'm depressed, or I'm taking a mental break, because of, you know what I'm saying, I guess it's looked at as like, we're not supposed to. But that's how I feel. Like I said, I'm no expert. I'm just going off the base of, you know, life experience and what I've been through and what I've seen people go through. So, you know, just acknowledge the fact that I'm taking a break, and actually taking that break, G, like it feels good to actually, you know, sit down and just ask yourself, like, man, what do I want to do, or what do I want to eat, or what do I just a whole bunch of what do I want to do? And I'm not even gonna lie, in the beginning, because I'm so used to like just working and just helping other people, like I didn't understand what I wanted to do or what did I like to do. Like I felt like in order for me to make any progress within myself, it had to be a request by somebody else for me to learn that particular. I don't know if it's making sense, but put it this way. So before I started working out, I wouldn't work out. But if someone was to ask me to, you know, film them working out or film some whatever, CrossFit or whatnot, I would do it. And I would always just say that, oh yeah, man, eventually one day I'm gonna get back in the gym. Eventually I'm gonna do this. Or put it this way, I was so invested in helping other people reach their dreams that I would put my dreams or put everything I want on the back burner. So now that I'm in a different space, the same energy that I was putting in another nigga, I feel like I am putting all that energy into me. Because so the same energy that you have, you know what I'm saying, putting into others, now it's time to start putting that into you. So since doing that is just like, since slowing down and putting myself first, things have been different. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that used to bother me before don't bother me now. And I caught myself doing it. Like, so I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I was in a space where it's like, you know, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling decent. Let me, you know, start watching back the YouTube videos that I was watching before. I started back like maybe a couple weeks ago, and then I caught myself just staring at tons of reviews of, I'm like, this new Sony FX30. I looked at it and I was like, watching tons of reviews. I'm like, dang, should I buy it? Do I need it? And if I need it, I can shoot X, Y, and Z, this, third, this, and it's like, oh, but it's for beginning this and that. But it's like, man, with the skill sets that I have and the stuff that I've shot, it's like, you put a camera in my hand, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely doing damage. So it's like I had to remind myself, like, bro, I don't need that type of camera to create great content. Like, the great content is gonna, like, whatever I touch, I feel like I can make great content with whatever camera they give me. You know what I'm saying? They can give me, like, if I needed to shoot a movie with this, bro, I feel like I can definitely pull it off, and pull it off with ease, bro. I don't think, it's like I kept trying to, YouTube, it was like YouTube, like the videos I was watching was making me feel like I need the camera to be great, when all reality, I'm great regardless, you know what I'm saying? But here's what I'm saying. It's easy to get wrapped up in like the worldly possessions where, oh, you need to have X, Y, and Z, or you need to do this, or you need to do that, or you ain't a man if you ain't here, or if you haven't done this. I would say block that out. Like, shut that shit out and just take time to like listen to what you want to do. Social media and society feel like you should be even, but it's like whose standard are they going off of? How do they determine what's the standard? And then stuff change all the time. So it's like, if it changes all the time, how is it still considered the standard? Because the standard would be like the baseline. So I feel like you shouldn't go off of what social media or what the world is telling you to do. And you need to figure out what you want to do. I challenge you to just slow down and ask yourself, who are you? You know, can you honestly say that you're happy where you're at right now, right? Can you honestly say that the life that you're living right now, that's your peak? Like, that's the best you can do? And if not, I'm not telling you to rush and just do some shit, hoping that, just throw shit at the wall and hoping that it sticks. I'm just saying, find out what you like and what you don't like. Obviously, you know what's not working because it hasn't been working and you've been trying the same thing over and over. I know I have. I am glad that I'm finally taking this seriously. Taking this serious. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you don't take nothing else from this video, I would say slow down and get your footing on the ground. And you know, people ask me all the time, you know, how did you know what I'm saying, find this peace? And I tell them all the time, like, bro, I'm still working on it. It literally took me from being separated from everything to realize that I think my biggest issue was letting go. When I went to Cuba and I wasn't able to be close or have the things that I had a hard time letting go, I was forced to grow up. I was afraid to let go all the stuff that wasn't really helping me, but I let go of me a long time ago. So when I was in a space where I didn't have all the stuff that I felt like I needed, that first couple of days, yo, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was afraid to go walk the street, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they speak English out there. So it was just a matter of just getting out there and just, you know, hitting the streets and talking with people. And once I got over that fear of, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm like cured, like saying that I don't still have depression, like I still do. But it's like now that it's like now that I realize that it's like now that I'm choosing me more. Not every day is gonna be, you know, not every moment is gonna be bad, but I don't want my whole day bad. I don't know if I said that right, but pretty much I know I'm gonna have bad moments, but I don't need bad days. So I feel like when I left Cuba, I came back with me. Now, I'm not telling you gotta go to Cuba to find yourself, but I'm just saying, like, it's like the easier way to find out who you are is just to find out just go back to when things changed, where everything was pretty much decent, to like where it all fell. Pretty much help you find out your purpose. A lot of people are walking around feeling like they don't have a purpose, and you may not know it now because you need to know who you are before you can fulfill your purpose. Like, I don't have an example, but I just know that you got to know who you are, then the purpose will come, because it's going to be kind of hard to fulfill the purpose and then you don't know who you are, or because it's like you're going to question it. Am I meant to do this, or am I supposed to be doing something else? That's why I say that. So, you know what I'm saying, this video already long. I know it's going to take me a minute to, you know what I'm saying, cut this up, but I'm just glad I was able to. Bro, you don't know how long I've been trying to film this video. Like, I've been trying to film this video for like almost 2 weeks. But it's like, I wanted to have like some type of like this and that, where I was going to do this, like entering in from this way, or me going to the, I just wanted it to look like, hear me like trying to be like everybody else. I wanted to be like a typical YouTube entrance where all my favorite vloggers come in on one wheels and shit and doing this and that. Or I was gonna do something where I was in the gym or I was running on, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff. So no, I didn't do any of that. I just came, sat down, and started chopping it up with y'all. I would say before you give up or before you quit, just slow down. Slow down. Sit down. And just think, G. That's it. And I feel like everything will start to move out its way. That way you have the space. Start lining things up closer towards your purpose. Anyway, thank y'all for watching this video. Tune in next week. I will be posting something else. I know I've said that before in previous video, but this time for real, I will be posting something else. But y'all stay safe and stay dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Peace.